Welcome back. I am once again Matt Falby. You are stuck with me. However, breath of fresh air has rolled
Hi.
into the booth. Allie Belmores.
Hello, Allie Baltimore here from New Jersey High Rollers.
And I get first question I got to ask. Have you ever been to Cincinnati before?
No.
Have you tried the chili yet?
Skyline, no, but there is one right across from the hotel.
Okay. Well, here's my gift to commentators that join me in the booth.
Oh, what do you know?
I'm a local, like I grew up here. This is my gift to you, so you can go home. Even if you get a chance to try Skyline or Gold Star before you leave for the weekend, you can take it home and
I
make it
heard
home.
Skyline chili is really good.
It's kind of the same. I think they're both good, but they're kind of the same
They're
thing.
kind of the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was telling other people, this is not only my hometown. I don't mean Cincinnati. I mean Fairfield. I grew up playing soccer on this grass.
On these fields. Okay.
I
on this grass right here.
I was born about a mile that direction, and my home is about a mile that direction.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go. Suricatos on your left, Baltimore Nevermores on your right.
All right, looks like Suricatos dropped one.
Suricatos trying to get to that inside wedge.
Oh, and it looks like the Nevermores dropped one as well.
Suricatos into the snake from home. That's a big, long looping run, and
that
now
was
up
a
to
nice
D2.
fill.
Suricatos aren't afraid.
The home player on Nevermores, they're trying to hold that Suricatos player in the snake back. But she's going.
Yes.
She is going.
As you say that, like I said, Suricatos don't care.
They don't care.
We're not going to play your little game. All right, Suricatos lose a player off that Dorito side, so now I believe we have 3 alive for Suricatos. However, they are in a bit of a driver's seat positionally. Up the middle in that middle brick, and now in the snake keto.
I get jealous of these taller players
Oh,
that can just look over this this brick in the middle.
Allie, I get jealous of all tall people.
Oh, trust me, the weather here.
Is she? Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought she ran out of paint
I
already.
thought we were seeing picking up paint off the ground.
The Suricatos player in the center.
I think she just dropped a pod and she had to reach down to pick it up.
All right, so Suricatos player making the move up the snake into the Doritos.
I believe this is Rojas for Suricatos here. Wrapping, now going to their D3. Boy, there have been a lot of last stands today taking place from especially the snake. I can't tell you how many games it's been the last player left alive as a snake player playing 4-on-1 or something ridiculous.
Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, it's brutal.
When they say snake only,
Ugh.
you're like, oh no, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. So how have you been seeing these games play out, Matt? Have they been long, low-scoring games, or?
Surprisingly, not. And I
Okay.
say surprisingly because when this layout dropped, analyzing it, playing a little bit, the conjecture was this is going to be a slow field. But it has not really turned out to be the case. I think a lot of bodies are funneling through the middle in kind of explosive short-range collisions. And that's paring down how many live bodies are in the field very quickly. And that kind of speeds up the whole affair. What about you? What's your thoughts on this field? Although we got 10 seconds.
Yeah, we had some slow points today.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so who do we have? We have Dallas Vibe on our left, and then Tiki's Ohana on our right. Dallas Vibe going up the center, right off break.
Dallas.
We have Angie from Vibe making that snake.
Counter move by Tiki's up into the brick of their own. That brick is really almost too easy to get to, so teams are just taking it every single game.
Yeah, you just have to want to run, though.
Yeah. Someone has a bunker call out with the word ghetto, I've just heard.
Yeah, we actually have one of those bunker calls as well, ghetto, but I'm not going to say which one.
Fair enough. Nice move by Tejada.
Oh,
She's
ooh,
going
it
to
got
punish.
spicy there.
Yeah, she's going to punish the Tiki player that came to bunker her friend. I don't know if they're friends. All right, she's clean.
All right, she is clean. They know she's there, though. The Ohana players know that she's there.
Yeah, so this wedge here on the snake side is a nice, powerful bunker, but making it from there to the next bunker, which is the Dorito, has quite often been like a bridge too far. A lot of players end up just getting blown up trying to make it that next. Obviously, except when you're closing out in a high body count situation.
And both the snake player and the home player, they're just sitting on that gap right there.
Now that does draw guns away from the middle. That allowed Sereno to get up middle.
Absolutely.
But Tejada should be content with where she is. Stay tight there.
She's having a tea party.
I say that. She ignores my advice. She bumps the Dorito. She gets away with it, though. Makes me look like a fool.
Oh, nice
Blows
kill.
up the snake. Tejada, you're making me look like an idiot.
All right, so Tejada, she's just trying to make something happen. She has both guns on her.
Oh no, did she take one? She's asking for a check. Kind of shoved that hopper into the bunker.
Clean? All right.
Yeah. Officially clean. As far as I know, she was.
Yep. So with Tejada, she recently had an announcement, one of the Team USA players for the season. So.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I like hearing, the WNXL players, they've been having, there's a lot of kills. A lot of the WNXL players, they've been making announcements as far as Team USA, so it's good leading up to this event. Oh, it looks like we're on a 1v1 right now.
Yeah, Tejada got a little bit too aggressive in a gunfight there. She's going to lose it. Take a walk.
However, the home player doesn't know that.
Nope, because Tejada sneaky left the field. There it is. Nice closeout.
Yeah, as you were saying, Matt, it's just like there's a lot of, bombs. Bombs go off. It could make bombs go off on this field, but then it slows down.
Yeah.
So it could go any way on this field.
It seems like the average game, if I were to describe the average game on this field, it's 3-2-1 go. Somebody dies on your team, and maybe somebody dies on the other team. You get to your bunkers. You make your secondaries. Most teams are getting to their secondaries pretty safe. And then it slows down into a bit of a gunfight war.
Yes.
You get a couple kills, and then the game ends kind of explosively. That's the typical game we're seeing on this field.
Yeah, yep.
Speaking of bunker callouts, can I just brag about my team? This is 10-man mechanical middle-aged fat guys. Anyways, we named a bunch of bunkers after famous political leaders that have been assassinated. That way, you get to scream, "I killed the Gandhi." I got to kill the JFK. It's really dark and twisted.
All right, so we have Baltimore Nevermores on our left, Suricatos on our right.
Nevermore's going to lose their snake player immediately. Beautiful gun, though. You should see this this gun for the Nevermore player walking off. I don't care about. I don't care about the game. Look at that gun.
All right, so we have a Suricatos player dropping.
Nevermore's refill the snake. Suricatos respond by filling into the D2.
That was a nice move by the Suricatos player. Big bump. All right, so this Suricatos player is getting a lot of kills from the Dorito side. However, she did get killed from the Nevermores player that's in the brick in the center.
Nevermores have a couple players peeling off the backside. That leaves Snake and really the Dorito. The middle brick. Middle brick's going to drop back. I'll drop back to her death.
Oh, I thought that was a tactical retreat.
I did too.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure. Oh, she's going to walk right through a gun. Number 59 waiting for her.
I'd like to see this Nevermores player maybe do a tactical retreat back into that little wing in the beginning of the snake.
Go either direction just to create some confusion. I think you're right. I think probably drop back's the best.
At this point now, the Suricatos player could just hit the buzzer.
Oh no, she's not looking. How is she still alive? No, I take it back. She is not. All right. Valiant last stand there by Elizabeth Maisner, but that's not going to be enough. Suricatos going to win this one, take a 2-0 advantage. Still a lot of time on the clock. Again, these are faster games than I expected.
Yeah.
You know,
So we played 2 points down to just under 11 minutes.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Everyone's going to towel out of that one to save some clock.
All right, so back on the field we have Tiki's Ohana. They're going to be on our left, and then Dallas Vibe on our right.
That graphic is unreadable. I have no idea who that is or what they're advertising.
The word gear.
It's
Definitely the word gear.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it's so bright out. Can't really see.
All right. 14 seconds. I'm going to call you to task a little bit.
Okay.
Late arrivals at the box. Bad stuff. Bad stuff, Allie. If there's any good news is a bunch of teams have done that today, and it's really frustrating to watch late arrivals at the box.
We were definitely one of those teams that late arrival to the box.
There's going to be a conversation in the hotel later. All right, Tiki's Ohana on your left. They're down by a point. Lots and lots of time.
It looks like that's Paige Vassar crawling up the center from Ohana. Center snakeway.
I think that might be Cami up the middle. Is that for Tiki? I think that might be Cami up the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. She's had a great day of play so far. Tiki
Bump out to the home for Ohana.
Yeah, getting out of that home. I do not want to be doubled up at home on this field.
It gets tight back there.
Oh,
it gets tight.
It's a mini temple. It's not. It's designed. It's barely designed for one player. That's going to be a trade out. Cammy's going to take a walk along with the Vibe player. All right, then they're going to lose. Tiki's going to lose their whole. Oh, their whole backside melts and a penalty. That is going to leave one single player left alive.
Oh no.
That's Paige.
What did we say? I'm in danger.
Yeah, Paige is in danger.
Sorry, Paige.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, smart towel.
The coach has mercy on Paige.
Yes.
Get out of there.
Paige, your coaches love you.
Yeah, you did the best you could. It's not your fault. Look at me. It's not your fault. No, look at me. It's not your fault.
Look at me.
Paige also at least rostered with Murder Goons this weekend.
I did see she was rostered with the Murder Goons on semi-pro.
Yep. Double dipping on the day.
These Florida girls, they could hang when it comes to this hot weather. I'm from Jersey. I'm like,
right.
No,
right.
No, thank you.
All right. Suricatos a little bit late to the box. I'm only seeing 4. No, there's 5.
There's 5,
okay.
Yep.
All right. Nevermores on your right. They're down by 2. 11 minutes on the clock.
Ooh, 3.
Tripled up at home.
Tripled up at home.
That's like trying to fit 5 people in a portalet. Don't do that.
All right, so that first home player makes it out up to the center.
All right, 5 alive. Now a bump past the D1 right into the D2 for Suricatos.
Nevermore's making out from the home into that.
Nevermore in that can is trying to do some interior redecorating. She's trying to push that thing everywhere.
Oh, nice big move.
Yeah, to that tower. Honestly, that tower has seen very little play this weekend so far.
I'm surprised because on practice weekend, that tower has played almost every single point. Every point.
Well, nobody spread the word to these teams. Because I've only seen it used maybe twice this entire weekend so far.
Or maybe that's like a back pocket play.
Yeah, you shouldn't have told the public that. Your coach is going to have a little talk with you.
Did we have any bodies drop for Nevermores?
No, for
Oh.
Nevermore.
Oh
well,
my God,
yeah.
commentator's curse. I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
you just did it, and you got them a
my
minor.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
Nice work, Allie.
I am sorry, Nevermores.
God, they're trying their hardest out there, and you're cutting their legs out from underneath them by by commentating, cursing them. All right, Suricatos well in control here. 5 alive for them. They've got the Snake Rito. They've got the brick up the middle. They're now crossing the 50. Home desperately trying to hold it together for the Nevermores. Dorito 1, which is not a great bunker to be in when you're down bodies. It's so small.
No, it's tiny.
Missed the shot on Rojas, making that bump to the D. That would have been a big kill if the home for Nevermores could have had the gun up. Now she's under horrible pressure in there. Now there's a player for Suricatos basically playing in the open off that middle brick. Now she's committing to moving forward. Coach has seen enough, and that's going to be it.
All right, so that's another point for the Suricatos.
Suricatos is going to go 3-0. All right, Dallas 5 rolling back out, 2-0 over Tiki's Ohana. 10 points. Thank you to one of our sponsors, Carbon Paintball. If you get a chance, visit their booth. If they have any product left, pick up the Zero Goggle System. We had Brent from Carbon up in the booth here earlier today showing off the DRV loader.
Oh, nice.
Which has been
I've seen it.
It's been in development for like 3 years now.
Wow.
It's a crazy, yeah, they're like, we refuse to put it to market if it's not 100% proofed out.
Okay.
Which there have been some hoppers to market in the last couple of years that have had a tough start. We're going to not name names, but so for legal reasons.
No comment.
All right, Dallas 5 rolling up to the middle and into the Snake. Big run up the Snake. She's going to bypass right to the Snake
yes,
Rito.
I love that.
Wow.
Nice move.
Tejada.
So they are pushing the issue.
They're going to lose their Dorito corner, though. Dallas 5, a little bit sloppy over there. Tejada locked onto that middle brick, but there's a player waiting for her. This might be a bunkering attempt. There it is.
Oh, nice move.
Yes. Well, Tejada now moving up to her wedge. Serrano has an opportunity to slide up that snake beam into that middle brick. And there she goes into that middle brick. At the same time, Tejada continues pushing. That's enough for Ohana. They're going to towel out of that one. Still a lot of clock time left. All right, if you get a chance, visit BKI Paintball. You have an opportunity to use some of their online learning resources in the comfort of your own home, or if you're the more adventurous type, sign up for the development camps that take place. This year it's taking place in Maynard, where they bring in a lot of pro players to act as coaches. It's a kind of an amazing opportunity. There's no other sport where you could like sign up for a summer camp and go learn from like,
I know.
Tom Brady's here giving a passing clinic to Fortune. No, that doesn't happen.
It's the best. I've done some of the paintball combines. It was great. You learn a lot from them.
I think it's a great thing, especially that it's run in summer camp style is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was about to ask you if you're a football fan. If so, which team do you actually root for? If you're in Jersey, you have two choices, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm in South Jersey, so you know my choices.
So, wait, Eagles or Jets or Giants? I don't know. I don't know that region well enough. Who are you rooting for?
Go Birds all the way.
So it's Eagles?
Yep.
All right, Eagles fan.
But I am a Tom Brady fan.
I mean, as everyone should be. He's perhaps the greatest human to ever live.
Yes.
I perhaps might be biased. And Deflategate was a hatchet job. Free Tom Brady. All right. Nevermore's down 3-0. They got 8.5. That's plenty of time on the clock, but they got to put together something positive. Suricatos have done a better job pushing the field, especially over here on the Snake side, and then just winning gunfights. All right, Nevermore's going to go up the middle, stopping at that mini brick. I think we're still 5 alive. Nevermore's pushing up that Dorito side now into D2. This is Brittany Reed working the snake over here for Nevermores.
Good communication on the Nevermores right now.
I can actually hear what they're saying.
Yeah, they're delegating jobs back there, which is good.
We got 2 players walking off for Suricatos. 5-on-3 advantage for Nevermores. Nevermores did a good job making their secondary pushes, but kind of like we talked about, they slowed down. Suricatos respond by taking the wedge over there on their snake side.
Yeah, even though Suricatos are down a couple bodies, they're still pushing.
They don't seem to care. They don't. I love that. I was sad. I was sad to see the Cheetahs leave the league because honestly, they were one of those teams that like they just kept throwing bodies forward. It was really entertaining to watch.
Care.
No.
Keep on pushing up.
So I don't know if the Nevermores are aware of her presence. Reed has been looking generally that direction. To be honest, Reed's kind of wrapping and looking inside. I don't think they know about the Suricatos at that.
Or maybe they're
wedge.
just waiting for the Suricatos player to get antsy and just cross over that plane into the Dorito from that wing.
I think they may have assigned Santiana to take that job of locking onto that wedge because Reed doesn't seem that concerned about it.
I'd like to see Reed try to put them in and just go. Oh. Good movement.
So Suricatos is going to lose their Dorito player.
And then also their snake player as well.
That's... Nevermore's really slowed it down and just kind of tried to strangle the game out once they went up bodies. They're getting a little sloppy here closing it out. But they got plenty of bodies to trade out, and that's going to be it. All right, for Nevermores, they're going to bring the game back to 3-1. Favor of Suricatos, 6 minutes on the clock. That's
There's
plenty.
a lot of paintball left, right, Matt?
Yep.
The way we've been seeing these games play, there's a lot of paintball left.
Again, this field's playing faster than I expected. Now, we get to the playoffs, and then as always, it's going to slow down. But
especially when it gets hotter throughout the weekend.
When I saw that the WNXL pulled the afternoon shifts, both Friday and Saturday, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I was not happy about that.
I'm so sorry.
I was not happy whatsoever.
I'm not generally a morning person, but I do not want to be playing here in the middle of the afternoon. All right, Tiki need to come up with some solution here. They got plenty of time to do it, but what they can't do is keep losing points. They're already down 3-0. Big run up the middle. Unfortunately for her, a ref is going to join her immediately and pull her out. Losing 2 players from Tiki. Down to 3 bodies. No one walking off for Vibe so far?
Nope, no one walking off for Vibe.
Another Tiki's walking off. Oy. This just leaves the Paige Vassar on that inside wedge and the mini temple on the Dorito side for Tiki's Ohana. Vibe is now pushing up the middle. Frankly, that Vibe player in the middle, she can drop and crawl. That's exactly what she's going to do. Paige is gone. That's it. Nobody left to shoot. You did good work crawling. Unfortunately, there's nothing there for you to shoot. This has been rough for Ohana. This is a tough, like kind of a gut moment in your pit to be like, dude, we're down so many points. What are we learning here? What are we doing wrong? It's just frustrating. Yeah, this isn't my invention. I've heard from the NFL coaches that one of the theories is you kick your players in the butt when you're winning, like you crack down, and when you're losing is the time that you don't do that.
You have to be calm.
Yeah.
Because it just makes it worse.
Yeah, you just got to move on. You can't be yelling at your players, screaming at them for mistakes. It's just the wrong time. All right, thank you to Alabama Paintball for sponsoring this. 3 locations. All right, Suricatos on your left, Nevermores on your right. Nevermores with a really good last point. They need another one to build on that with 6 minutes on the clock. Oh, home player going to take a walk for Suricatos. Good stuff for Nevermores.
You know what? It's interesting, Matt, seeing a lot of the homes that could potentially die off break.
The home player?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we call that broken home?
It's a broken home.
Broken homes.
Someone left, you're by yourself.
My back player went out for milk and cigarettes and never came back.
Never came back.
All right, Suricatos now into Snake 1.
Looks like it's still 5 alive for Nevermores.
So we got a 5-on-4 situation. I feel like Suricatos have better penetration of field, a little bit better position to win this.
Yeah, they have good position in this point.
Nevermores, I don't like that bump. Is so slow, so risky. She got away with it, but man.
Realistically, also, we have just a little bit of over 4 minutes to at least tie it up.
Probably the window on tying it up for Nevermores is closing with 4.5, and they're down by 3. They're going to need really fast points and multiples. However, another Suricatos player walking off.
And then we do have a Nevermores player that's in the Dorito.
Yeah, Dorito 3. I don't think Gina Lopez is aware of this Dorito presence. Her back is turned to it for the Suricatos player in the middle. She's going to attempt an ill-advised attack there. That's not going to work. Oh, no, and now there's a minor. That's going to pull out Lopez from the middle. Oh. Did you hear that? That was great sportsmanship. She actually put one single ball onto Gina Lopez and then immediately said, "I'm so sorry."
Is that Kelly Watson?
I think it might be.
Number 8.
Number 8. Is she Canadian? That was so polite.
Very, very nice.
She's secretly a Northern Light player.
All right, so I mean, Nevermores, they do have 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Definitely have a lot of time to tie it up.
No, so this is, yeah, Suricatos. Then you skip the next one. I mean, stick around. Maybe the person is as well. I'm just watching pro games. I want to watch. Thank you. I just wanted to check and make sure that all right, thank you to Connecticut. Thank you to the state of Connecticut. Thank you, Connecticut, for sponsoring this program. We had Rob Moore in the booth earlier from Connecticut.
All right, so Tiki's Ohana, they just need to put at least 1 point up the board.
Playing for pride.
Yep, 1 point on, and that way we can, not mercy at least, stay in the game.
Vibe with a really relatively conservative breakout. They got one player playing in the open, just playing in a dead zone. Now she's going to go into the snake. That's Tejada, who was playing just basically squatting in the open for shooting a lane for about 5 seconds and then going into the snake. Uh-oh. A running ref, nature's predator, going in,
no.
going in on
Anytime I
Tiki.
see a ref running, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Tiki's going to lose a player on the back line. I'll be really honest, when I see a ref running at one of my teammates, I'll get up and move as far away as possible, so I'm not the one that gets.
Be the one that's
I have done that on multiple occasions. All right, Tejada going to go ahead and slide up to this snake Rito. All right, 5 alive for Vibe. And I believe we have 4 alive for Tiki's, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
I've only seen one body walk off, but So for Vibe, we're at 6 minutes, 45 seconds. They're up 4-0. Vibe can go into story time mode here. I mean, you can't. They're not realistically going to kill an entire 6 minutes off in this game, but they might as well slow it down and kill as much as they can.
I think Vibe's a very good team as far as they can speed it up, they can slow it down. Another Tiki's player walking off the field.
Tiki's should be in a little bit more of a desperation mode here. They certainly can't lose this point, or they're going to be mercied out. Also troubling the Tiki's player in the snake is shooting at an empty bunker, so it's kind of a gun wasted. Although Ohana does her a favor by moving into the bunker she's shooting at. Immediate blows up that middle brick. Ohana killing. Inside wedge is going to take a walk. Ohana, well played. All right, that's it for that one. Vibe is going to walk away with a 5-0 mercy. That's rough for Tiki.
All right, so now, Matt, we're in X ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes, 29 seconds on the clock. Lots of time for Nevermores.
Well, situationally, right? Nevermores absolutely positively cannot lose another point. If they lose a point here, the score is going to be a 4-2. Likely the clock will be down to about, let's say, a minute and a half. You can't be down to 2. You don't need 2 points in a minute and a half is almost undoable. Nobody's even come close to running that kind of score on this field so far. So this is as must win as you can get for Nevermores. Nevermores aggressive up the middle. Both teams up the middle of the brick.
Yep,
First player peeling off the back line, though, for Suricatos. First player peeling off for Baltimore is on the Dorito side. Lauren Seeley up the middle there for Nevermores. I got to say this for her. She's not going to run out of paint. Dear God. I carry like 3, maybe 4 pods when I go out for this kind of stuff.
Oh, when you're going up to the center?
Yeah.
I mean, especially this field, it's just like go up, trade out.
I don't have the discipline. I don't have the discipline to live for 10 minutes, so. Oh, no, she got through that. Lauren had her dead to rights, and she walked right through that line.
Yeah, she did drop her zone a little bit.
Oh. That is a huge move for Suricatos. Getting up there to that wedge gives them a lot of control, especially on the snake side. I've seen so many times in the sport where everything's set up perfectly, and then you drop your gun for a split second to reload or catch your breath or turn your head to yell a code word, and the player goes right through your line.
So they're walking off for the Nevermores.
There's 1 player left, and none player left. Why? Oh, we're going to get a gun check for Nevermores. Let's just add insult to injury here. The ref's going to see if she's either shooting hot or shooting over the 10.5. Now they're checking for rate of fire. Please don't be a penalty on this. No, they're talking. Now they're looking at the chrono. No, he's reaching for a flag. Oh, that's a major. Good Lord.
So that was for rate of fire.
Oh,
assuming, right?
That's a rate of fire penalty. And it probably was more than, I don't remember. I'll be really honest, I don't remember what gets you what for over the 10.5, but it's very likely with a red, she was, 10.8, maybe 11. Ugh. I feel awful for Nevermores going through what they just went through and then getting that. All right, Nevermores are going to be starting down a couple bodies. I think that's all that's left is maybe for lightning to hit their pit. I'm not sure what else can. Brutal. Although it looks like we've stopped the clock. We might have a technical timeout. Now it's rolling again.
Oh, it is rolling again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minute 22. We're in X ball. Thank you to PB Warehouse. PB Warehouse, one of the sponsors of this show. I'm perhaps a little biased, being that I'm from AG Paintball. PB Warehouse will have in stock the new goggle drop from JT, all the birthstone months. I'm not if you're aware of that.
Oh, yeah.
So there's special
They sold
edition
out
dropping.
real quick.
They also have some logoed commander pants, JT commander pants, that are going to be available. So pbwarehouse.com, go check them out. They have the stuff that you don't really need, but you're desperate to spend your money on anyways.
Isn't that always the case,
That's
Matt?
everything. I have a basement of shame of paintball guns. A couple months ago, went and decided, it's time for me to kind of inventory what I have. It was scary and embarrassing.
All right, so it looks like Nevermores, they're down 2 bodies. Coming out with 3.
So what are they? Did you just overhear what they said?
320?
Ugh.
It's pretty.
That's
high.
pretty far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's major territory. All right, here we go. Suricatos, big lead, up on bodies.
Suricatos, they dropped 1.
Okay, that's a sliver of hope here.
So it's doable. It's doable.
All right, Suricatos have no reason to do anything risky. They might as well just sit on their guns, force the Nevermores to come at them with a minute and a half. I mean, the Suricatos are playing with house money at this point.
Suricatos, they really don't have to push.
No.
If they don't want to.
I mean, also they could for fun. What do they care?
Hey, let's try it out.
Yeah, I mean, they really can kind of do whatever they want, play around with stuff. Go play the towers. Nobody's playing towers.
I want to see more tower play,
I want to see
Matt.
some tower action.
Jeez.
Our webcast is bringing the worst ratio of tower play in the league. Oh, they got another. There's hope.
See?
2 bodies now dropped for Suricatos. Nevermore's trying to close it out.
That's what I think. Nevermore's, you need a launch.
I want him to see him win a point just for the purpose. Oh, wrap. You got Lopez's back. If she wraps a little bit more, there it is. No hate towards Lopez. I just want to see the Nevermores pull out a point here.
Keep on going, Kelly.
Kelly's got to get low. She's got to get low. She's got both the home and Dorito side on her.
Her back players just need to be down the field.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you hear 60 seconds and you're up in it, your back players need to be with you.
All right, we're at 2 seconds. 1, that's going to be it.
Good try for Kelly.
Maybe a moral victory there for Nevermores. That was, I think that would have been a win, giving them 20 more seconds. I think they probably could have taken that one. So, congratulations, Suricatos. Yep. And
that was a good match.
That'll wrap it up for that match. Refs coming off field. Everybody's coming off field. Thank you, Allie. Thank you for being here. It is wonderful to have you. I hope we see more of you. Well, actually, I hope that you guys are doing so well that you won't have a possibility of joining us in the booth again this weekend.
Absolutely. That is what I'm saying.
That's the hope.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us on the air. We'll be back in just a couple more minutes with more WNXL. Bye.